The thing about the Pixel 10 isn't just the magnets or the new charging tech, it's how all these little details stack up to tell a much bigger story. Because when you look closely, Google isn't just refreshing a phone here, they're quietly building an ecosystem. And the best part, they're doing it in a way that doesn't scream locked in. Instead, it feels like they're giving users options, flexibility, and a future where your phone adapts to you, not the other way around. Think about how Apple's MagSafe changed the way iPhone owners interact with their devices. Snap-on wallets, battery packs, car mounts. Most iPhone users own at least one of these accessories now. But the catch, you're limited to Apple's ecosystem. Google, on the other hand, could take the same idea and open the door wider. If Pixel Snap accessories launch alongside the Pixel 10, you'll have first-party gear, sure, but because of Android's open nature, third-party accessory makers will be free to innovate in ways Apple would never allow. And that's where things get exciting. Imagine a Snap-on controller that instantly puts your Pixel into gaming mode with AI optimizing performance and managing battery use. Or a Chew2 dock that activates desktop mode the moment your phone touches it, effectively turning your Pixel into a mini workstation powered by Gemini. Or a magnetic camera grip that not only stabilizes your shots, but also taps into Google's AI to suggest better framing, filters, and lighting adjustments in real time. The possibilities aren't just endless, they're actually useful. And here's where I think Google's playing 4D chess. By adding magnets now, they're laying the groundwork for features that may not even exist yet. It's like planting seeds for the next generation of accessories, apps, and routines. Today, it's just faster charging and easier alignment. Tomorrow, it could be the backbone of an entire lifestyle ecosystem. Now, let's zoom in on the design leaks for a second, because this year's Pixel family looks different in ways that go beyond colors. According to those 66 leaked renders, the Pixel 10 gets a matte frame with a glossy back. Clean, simple, reflective. The Pro models flip the script shiny metallic frames paired with a soft touch matte glass back. It's a small detail, but it changes the entire feel of the phone in your hand. Glossy backs attract fingerprints, but they pop under light. Matte glass feels premium, less slippery, more pro. And then there's the XL model, bigger, bolder, rocking that exclusive jade green finish that already has fans buzzing online. Now here's a fun fact that's easy to miss. Google's color names aren't just random. They're part of a larger branding play that makes the Pixel line feel more approachable. Instead of sterile names like graphite or silver, we get names like limecello and indigo. A playful, creative human. And when you pair the phones with matching accessories, Pixel Buds, Pixel Watch bands, and now Pixel Snap cases, you start to see the bigger picture. It's not just about a phone anymore, it's about style, personality, and identity. And speaking of identity, let's not forget the AI story here, because Google's not just chasing hardware trends, they're doubling down on what makes Pixel unique, smart, practical AI features. Last year, the Pixel 9 introduced Gemini-powered tools like instant translation, audio summarization, and context-aware replies. This year, insiders say those features are getting supercharged. Imagine snapping your phone onto a Pixel Snap stand at night and instantly activating a new AI bedtime mode that dims the screen, silences notifications, and generates a quick summary of your next day's calendar while you're brushing your teeth. It's not just convenient, it's personal. But let's pull back for a second, because the real tension in all of this isn't whether the Pixel 10 will be good. It's whether it'll be enough to make people switch. That's the million-dollar question. Apple users are notoriously loyal. Samsung fans love their hardware. So what's the draw here? Well, magnets are one piece of the puzzle. AI is another. But when you add in the rumored 7 full years of updates, a possible price surprise at launch, and Google's recent push into subscription bundles like Pixel Pass, suddenly the Pixel 10 isn't just another Android phone. It's the center of a bigger ecosystem that's finally starting to look competitive with Apple's. And unlike Apple's walled garden, Google's version feels more open, more adaptable, more future-ready. Now, let's talk about performance for a second, because while magnets and colors are fun, speed and efficiency still matter. The Pixel 10 series is expected to debut the Tensor G5 chip, which is rumored to be fabbed by TSMC instead of Samsung this time around. Why does that matter? Because TSMC chips are typically more efficient, less prone to heating issues, and capable of higher sustained performance. Translation, better gaming, longer battery life, and smoother AI processing. Pair that with larger batteries across the lineup and Chew2's faster charging, and suddenly battery anxiety starts fading into the background. And here's where I think Google's really onto something. If you've noticed, the leaks suggest every Pixel 10 model, not just the Pro versions, will support magnets and Q2 charging. That's a bold move because usually companies reserve flashy features for their high-end models. By putting it across the entire lineup, Google's signaling that this isn't a gimmick. It's a new standard. Everyone gets it, no matter which model you buy. That's the kind of decision that can nudge an entire industry forward. But let's not forget about the foldable, because even though it's delayed, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold is shaping up to be one of the most important devices in Google's lineup. The leaks suggest it'll carry the same magnetic ecosystem, but what makes it fascinating is how that plays with the form factor. Foldables already struggle with battery life and durability. Adding magnets could make charging more seamless, sure, but it could also unlock foldable specific accessories we haven't even imagined yet. A snap-on keyboard that doubles as a case. A magnetic stand that turns the foldable into a mini laptop. Once again, the possibilities open up, and speaking of durability, here's a cliffhanger for you. Rumors say the Pixel 10 Pro Fold might introduce a new hinge design that reduces crease visibility and improves dust resistance. Combine that with magnets, and suddenly, this foldable looks less like an experiment and more like a polished, mainstream-ready device. If that's true, October could be a very interesting month. The more I think about it, the more this all feels like a turning point. For years, Pixels have been praised for their cameras and software, but dismissed as niche devices compared to iPhones and Galaxies. But with the Pixel 10, Google's finally addressing the hardware side in a meaningful way. Magnets, new materials, faster charging, bigger batteries. And when you pair that with their software advantage, you get something rare, a phone that's not just catching up, but actually setting trends. And the best part, we haven't even seen the full accessory lineup yet. If the Pixel Snap ecosystem is as diverse as the leaks suggest, this launch won't just be about phones, it'll be about lifestyle. Google wants your Pixel to be more than a device in your pocket. They want it to be the hub of everything you do: work, play, travel, health, home automation, all flowing through a single device that gets smarter, faster, and more connected with every snap. And here's the question I'll leave hanging for now. What happens if other Android makers jump on board? If Samsung, OnePlus, Xiaomi, and others adopt Q2 magnets next year, the entire Android ecosystem could shift overnight. And who would we have to thank for that? Google.